Alright, just so you boys know, look at all them empties. We picked that up the day before. That's not from us. I brought this garbage can out. We're going to clean this area up a little bit on the account of we're having a ride out here tomorrow, and this looks like a good spot to park, have a snack, have a cold drink. But yeah, she's in rough shape. As you can see, this place has been needing some attention and has got none. So we're going to go through and take out some of the logs and prune back some of the branches that are slapping you in the face as you go along the trail. So yeah, anyways, we'll get to her. I've been in training. I've watched a lot of these videos from Quadding Zoo, so I'm well versed in how to prune a trail and clean an area. Thanks, Q. That opens her up a bit, boys. A little cleaner. Gives everybody room to pull over and park. Now to pick up a ton of garbage. Holy moly, this doesn't end. Somebody missing a pair of glasses. Alright, I'm gonna take a break, guys. We'll get back to you here in a bit. Cheers. See what else we can find here. Right on. Hey, that one was for you, Q. Now you gotta teach me how to sharpen it, eh? Yeah, pruning should be easy, right? We just take the go around, it's the safe trip, and we'll be in and out in a jiffy. Or not. Son of a bitch. Anyways, back at her we are. Alright, here's the story, boys. We're in there pruning up the trails. I didn't turn the camera back on because I had to get the hell back to the truck as fast as possible, as my fan decided to take a dive on me. Look at that, boys. Chewed and melted right out. So that's what happens if you leave the manual override fan on too long and don't realize it's on. Is what I'm assuming I've done at some point, not realizing it. However, it wasn't at this point. This is the first time the fan kicked on, for that trip, and there she is. So it was probably pooched before I even set out, and I just didn't know it. That's why a pre-check inspection is rather important to me. So obviously I can't get a hold of a Suzuki part 2 days prior to a ride. So we found a ATV scrapyard, motorcycles, snowmobiles, all that crap. Actually, I wish I had a camera with me today because you guys would have loved that shit. You should have seen it. Pretty cool. And I managed to yank this bad boy off of a Honda Foreman, an old one by the look of it too. It looks like I've got her all torn apart here, and this is my Suzuki. Problems I'm having right now is more so where they use their venting and how they've wired it, whereas the Suzuki ones in the back, they kind of went off the edge here, and I need this to mount flat to my Suzuki plate, the one out of the Foreman. So I've got to figure out, we're going to remove some of the bracket from the Suzuki to fit the Foreman, but I do believe the mounting holes line up absolutely perfect size. The motor, obviously everything's a match. So I think I can get this to work, even though my width, this fan's a little bit thicker, but hopefully the clearance from the blade to the spindle and everything else is relatively not too far off, because we obviously can't have it rubbing the rad, which I don't know. Let's take a peek here closer. Fuck, it is out some too, eh? So what I could do there is probably shim it back further with some washers, which kind of sucks because I'm going to have to go retrieve them from somewhere else. And everything's closed right now, by the way. She's late by the time I've gotten home. Anyways, I'll let you know how I make out. Cheers. Alright boys, it's Saturday morning. We're about to get a ride together. We got people showing up. We got a couple people showing up late. It was a very long night for me in the King Quad. Out on the street till 1:30 in the morning under a street light because I don't have a garage at the house. Trying to fabricate up a way to make the Foreman fan work in the King Quad, and as you can see, we did her. Yeah, we're gonna stop up here for a quick drink and chill a few minutes before we get into it. Should be a really good day, boys. We're looking nice on the weather side of things. It's a great place to play. We've got a great group of guys out. Look forward to some good action, some really thick pace, because you can see the water's dried up, which makes this place just deadly. Yeah, looking forward to it. I ended up making it to a salvage yard up called the Cat Shack. These guys hooked me up with a used fan, so it's wicked. Beautiful. So yeah, we'll get back to you here, boys. Get people showing up. It'll be awesome.
dishes back up on the shelf. Take what's left for all it's gone. It's a never-ending cycle, on and on and on. Thank you.